Howdy ho guys, we're back with some more Peglin. Recently, Peglin has had a couple of big updates with a lot of new content. One of the big things is new classes. I still haven't obviously unlocked them, but really quickly I had played a couple times just to go a little bit crazy and try to get a little bit of everything if at all possible. That being said, I'm going to go ahead and just try and see if we can get a run going. I don't know exactly what I want to do. I know there's a couple of interesting / fun new things, and I wouldn't mind going for a couple of those. That being said, let's see what we can do and see how things pan out. They could pan out well, they could pan out poorly. All this stuff is new, so I'm just gonna be playing around with it, and that may equal not exactly the most favorable of things. But like I said, we'll see what happens. Let's give it a shot and hope for the best. It doesn't really matter which direction I go, but I did want to take all those guys out. That's a whole lot of nothing new, unless some of these things have been changed, which maybe it has. I'm not really sure. I didn't really read through all the things, so I think I would rather go left, right? Because left gives me the possibility of getting two, whereas right, it only gives the possibility of getting one. Plus shops. If you guys know me, I like myself some shops. Okay, well, we're going right. I was hoping to get some extra coins as well. That was part of the other reasoning, to go left, but it's okay. We'll see what we can do. If there's a there's a crit right in our face. That's exactly what I was about to say. If there's a crit in our face, then we'll definitely go for it because that sounds fantastic. Now, I don't really want to take all that damage, but that's okay. Not the end of the world. Not the end of the world at all. Let's get as many coins as we can while we can. I think it's the big thing here. We definitely want to go left here though, so we're definitely going to try to clear out as much left as we can if we can ever go left. It seems like we're stuck on the right side here. That's a little string of coins I would love to grab. Hey, I've not seen this orb before. Very weak regular attack, massive damage on crit. The cleave orb attacks pierce one enemy. That doesn't sound too bad. I'm not necessarily keen on it. If I was going to do something, I want to do the spinfection? Whatever. Sorry about that. A little cough. Anyways, hope you guys are having a fantastic day. If you guys aren't, hopefully it turns around for you. Every day is a new day. Attacks, projectile attacks have overflow. I like that. I like that quite a bit. I've always liked that quite a bit, so we'll see what we can do. Oh my, oh my. Words and words and words and words. Let's go ahead and go here and see what we can snag. I definitely want to try and get the bombs so we can get rid of the range guys, because range guys are definitely problematic. More than anything, they're the ones that we have to deal with quickly because obviously they're gonna shoot us from a distance. Now, at this point, it doesn't matter because we're kind of already past that. We're kind of already past the point of it mattering. So money it is, and whatever else we can snag. There we go. There's one of the items I wanted. The spinfectious sting applies spinfection too. So spinfection is pretty cool. It can be really good. I'm not gonna upgrade. No, stop. I gotta stop myself because in the past, what I was doing is I was just kind of going crazy, upgrading as much as I possibly could and being absolutely insane. So yeah, let's not do that. Let's not do that. Let's go and remove an orb. Let's get rid of some stones because we are probably gonna end up getting a lot of stuff here. Now, I don't mind going right here, because right will give us the possibility to, first of all, get the thing we want, but second of all, go the direction we want. Angry Tomahawk is some cool new stuff. The Roundabout is pretty cool. Bucklorb is pretty nifty, but I don't think any of those really do as much as I would like them to. So I think we're gonna either do the Fresh Bandana or one of the damage items, because damage is just nice. I think we're gonna go for the Fresh Bandana, mainly because it's a good item, and we're gonna remove another stone orb. We're going for spinfection as much as possible, and hopefully we can unlock one of the new characters. Now, I don't really know what the new character's name is per se, but that being said, we're gonna try and see if it can pan out. That being said, we also have a really good opportunity here to grab a bunch of spinfection stuff, as we can see. This might be a little bit precarious because we don't have very many orbs, but hopefully it's all fine. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you guys. I'm definitely gonna go for that. And I was hoping for a crit. Okay, this is gonna be not good. Definitely not good. We're probably gonna get hit a little bit more than I'd like to. That's okay though. There's another little crit for us and decent amount of damage. We'll probably, maybe, possibly survive this. I say that pensively. The Minotaur is actually a really dangerous boss. Go for the eye circle. Okay, well, I think the devs are telling us something. Regular attacks pierce one enemy. Critical hit pierce 3 enemies. Orb pierces first peg. Applies blind 2 on hit. Okay, this is weird. That's a weird combo of things. This is gonna be really awesome. The Cauldron Babal, right? Applies spinfection 1, attacks all enemies. It's actually a really cool orb. I did see that one before, and I thought that was really nifty. I think I'm gonna go for the Nosferatu as well, because health purposes. I have not seen this before. Mask of Sorrow. When applying negative status effects to an enemy, increase the amount by 1. That's amazing, because what we're doing is negative status effects. Okay, if I can, I'm gonna go for as much of this coinage as possible as we circle our way out. Alrighty, blind. Ooh, that's cool. I do like this one probably more though, especially because we have an extra refresh. I know there's a lot of things that can get rid of orbs. I'm gonna go just for this. There's not really a reason to go any specific direction at the moment. There's nothing that we can see that's really like that amazing or not. I'm not gonna grab this. I could shake the tree for the egg, because the egg wouldn't be bad. That being said, we didn't need the bramble by any means. I still don't really know where I'm going. I'm just kind of like stumbling around. I don't really want any of these, so I'm just gonna let it go and not pick up the orb, regardless of where it goes. I would like to go left though. Left is the direction I would like to go. The game is like, no, I heard your wants and I deny you. Let's go ahead and just see if we can get enough health here. We should be able to increase our health by some margin. And we absolutely were, so I'm happy with that. Let's go for this. This should be really nice. Even if we don't deal much damage, it still hits everything. So that's really cool. Let's make sure we don't accidentally do that, because that would not be cool. Okay, so we're gonna go and get that bomb. That bomb's gonna be some pretty big stuff, hopefully. There we go. A couple refreshes along the way, and enough to pretty much wipe everything out. This will be enough to get this last guy, and along we go. Another really nice thing about having the refreshing punch is that it does give us the chance, the possibility to get a lot more coinage, which is definitely something we want. Renewed Vig Orb. Adds Musical 1 every 3 times the board is refreshed. I haven't gotten this orb yet. It looks really cool. It's not necessarily something I'm super keen on. So that's something to be said. Hey, heals you and damages target enemies for 2 times the amount healed. That's a buff, right? I'm pretty sure that's a buff. That's actually pretty nifty. I wouldn't mind getting something like more spinfectious, something or another, because that sounds pretty nice. And if I can, we go for bombs and coins. Bombs and coins and all the good stuff. We should be able to heal ourselves at least once here. That's gonna be the goal. I'm gonna go left because we can refresh with the Nosferatu, unless we kill everything here. Okay, we did not. Good. Let's go ahead and go for the refresh here. There we go, and a little crit action to give us a lot of extra health. That's basically a full heal, so now we don't have to worry about it in the slightest. Let's go ahead and grab this and see if maybe we can apply a lot of spinfection to the enemy. This is actually a really cool little thing. No, well, that's okay. Ice Circle got a refresh on its skin, which makes it look really pretty cool, actually. And Ballad is a nice new orb as well. Haven't really checked it out or done anything crazy with it, but should be pretty cool. Looks pretty nifty. It does things fit in certain builds, so that's really cool. I can skip 2 orbs, so I'm gonna go and do that. And of course, hitting a refresh definitely seems to make the most difference, so let's do that. We're gonna go and toss it up here, see if maybe we could hit a bomb. Unfortunately, that was not big damage, but the spinfection does seem to maybe possibly make that slightly different. Okay. I was hoping that if I delayed long enough, I would be able to toss my orb into a spot where I could get a crit. Luckily, we got it anyways. Now, taking a lot of damage here doesn't really matter, because at the end of the day, I mean, it doesn't matter if we take a lot of damage or not. We're gonna grab stuff, and it's gonna be all good and fine and dandy. 60 damage, close to being taken care of, but not quite there just yet. There's some more spinfection, get rid of that, and let's clean him up. This should be the last orb or 2. There we go. This is another orb, Forbification. Applies the shielded peg to every 5 pegs hit and gain 1 bulwark. I actually feel like that's not a good orb. That being said, maybe I'm wrong, and maybe you guys can tell me, hey, that's actually really awesome. I haven't got a chance to really play around with him too much, so it's hard to say for certain one way or the other. But that's how I feel at the moment. Unpretentious Pendant doesn't sound too bad. I actually like that quite a bit. It's a lot of extra damage, but I think Gift That Keeps on Giving is probably the best. Just considering what we have. Considering none of the orbs deal a lot of damage base. So probably best to just go for whatever we can. This will be interesting. I don't know if this will be necessarily a good thing or a bad thing, but hopefully it pans out. There you go. Looks like a lot of damage to me. We didn't take a lot of damage in return, which is really good. That's always something I'm really worried about. Unfortunately, we didn't kill the mirror though. This is enough damage definitely though to take out the first two, and we didn't take that much damage in return again. Definitely always what I'm looking for. I don't think we're gonna kill this last mirror though. Yeah, and we did take a decent amount of damage there. The mirrors are really scary because they can reflect quite a bit of damage, especially if you deal a lot and just don't quite kill it. Definitely something that's really spooky, really scary. We're gonna go for another spinfection orb because that sounds really nifty and neat. Let's go left here. We have 100 coins, so we can go ahead and grab 2 relics if the option presents itself. So here's the renewed orb again. There's the Balanx. I haven't used the Balanx yet. Deal splash damage to enemies immediately left and right. Sounds really nifty actually, but I think we currently have a build going for us that could be maybe even better. Let's go for short fuse because short fuse is nice, and improved catalyst. I wouldn't mind grabbing that. Is there another shop ahead of us? There could be another shop ahead of us right there in the middle, so I'm just gonna hold off and keep what I got. Let's go ahead and remove another stone orb. There we go, and away we go. I know I was gonna save my coins, but well, as life happens, we're not really set for that. 30 some, that was a perfect full heal, and we don't know if we're gonna actually get anything particularly amazing here. Yeah, nothing too crazy, which is totally fine, not a big deal. Honestly, we're kind of going for a dot build, which is interesting to say in Peglin because that used to never really be something you can go for. There wasn't really ways to apply dot damage, and it almost feels out of place in a game like this. That being said, I'm totally fine with it. I like the idea of being able to deal dot damage and take them out. I think dot builds are one of my favorite kinds of builds because, well, it just typically is, I would argue. That being said, what's it called? I don't know if I've said this yet, but I hope you guys are staying hydrated. If you guys haven't had something to drink recently, definitely drink something, stay hydrated. And that also being said, let me tell you guys a little bit about my day and what I've kind of been getting up to more recently. Not necessarily my day, I guess, more like our recent activities. Yesterday, I had a really interesting day. I woke up super early, way too early, in a matter of fact. And what I mean by that is I woke up like super early in the morning so I could go to the gym. Since it was Memorial Day, if you guys so celebrate that, happy Memorial Day. I don't really celebrate that too much. It was kind of like a normal day for me. This could kill everything. That was really close, and actually wasn't too bad because that one did not do horrible things for us, with us. But anyways, as this is Memorial Day, a lot of places were closed or closing early, and that means that I could only go really early in the morning. And that's not too bad, but it is something to be aware of. Okay, I'm pretty excited to actually try and maybe increase something. Maybe I go for one of these, max it out, but I think we're gonna wait because we do have a shop coming up. Actually, no, we don't. Let's go ahead and increase one of these, and then we will continue along our way. If I can, I want to get a little bit of extra coinage as we go. But anyways, it's super early. I surprised the we surprised the coach because obviously he did not expect us to be there that early in the morning. So that was super awesome. That was super funny, and always super welcomed. I always like to surprise people, keep them on their toes, you know? If you can ever keep someone on their toes, definitely the way to go in my opinion. I skipped the other orb, and I did that intentionally. I know we have to apply a certain amount of spinfection to an enemy to unlock the new character, so I'm trying to see if maybe I can do that right now. I don't know how quickly it goes down. Looks like every turn it goes down 1. So unless we get that other orb that doubles the amount of spinfection on an enemy, I don't think we're gonna get it. At least not until we maybe face the wall hand boss. That's the only time I think we could possibly get it. Let's go ahead and save our coinage now. I think we're in a really good spot. Echo Chamber would be fantastic because Echo Chamber would give us a lot of extra damage, I would imagine. I like to imagine. Now, see, what's funny is I feel like in this game, especially right now even, you can't really go for specific builds. I can't be like, oh, I want to go for X build and immediately get X build. I feel as though what typically happens is you can say like, oh, I would like to go for this build, and then basically be forced to go to whatever build the game decides to give you. And that's totally fine and all. I hope that in the future, maybe they'd give special events that you can see on the map, that if you go to those special events, those specific things, you can actually get like discounted shops and bigger shop things. So I think that'd be a really cool way to go about it, because more options, discounted items, I think that'd be fantastic. Imagine getting a discounted shop so you can get a bunch of get the build you want a little bit easier. Also, Orbrasion grants 1 must circle every 20 pegs hit, deals 3 self damage for every 20 pegs hit. That's really interesting. That being said, I haven't gotten this orb yet either. We'll save that for another video probably. We have 100 and some coinage. I'm going to save it because I think we'll go to the shop there in the middle and see what we can grab. Whenever you defeat a non-minion enemy, gain 1 max HP. That's probably better than 25 max HP because, well, I mean, non-minion enemies are aplenty. So let's see if we can maybe grab a couple of extra coins and head along our way. I really like the rework on this second stage, by the way. I don't know if I've said that yet, but I really do like it. I'm going to offer the Dag Orb for a Spinfection 2. Orb. I would rather go left, because if I happen to go left again, which I won't, but if I happen to, it does give me better stuff. Power Glove is always a welcomed and fantastic item. We might be able to get this, but I'm not going to risk it because I know that I can get at least 2 relics here. So if I get 2 relics, that'd probably be better. Whenever you gain must circle, gain 1 additional. This is an item that goes so amazingly with that orb we just saw, the Orbrasion. That would be a fantastic orb to get. Reorbanizer would be fantastic too if we happen to get the duplication potion. Right now it's kind of a whatever item. I wouldn't mind getting something. I don't know exactly what, but I don't really have anything here that's extraordinarily fantastic, I would argue. Deal 1 damage for every 1 bulk orc you have. Well, we could have a bunch of bulk orc, but we didn't really get a build for that. I think I'm gonna go for the Reorbanizer, just so that if I happen to get the chance, I can go ahead and get the other stuff. And for now, I mean, I guess the dumbbell might be the best. What's our final boss? Oh, it's the wall. The wall's a little bit spooky. Well, it's a little bit spooky because I have no idea if we're going to be able to get that. We have 99. Let's go for the dumbbell. Dumbbell can give us extra damage. I don't know if we're going to have enough damage for the wall, to be completely honest. It is a DPS check, and I don't know if damage over time is going to be enough for this boss. It could very well be. It could very well not be. It's one of those really interesting ones where anything goes. So let's go ahead and just toss this out, see if we can maybe work our way all the way down through and to the boss. And if we do, hopefully we actually apply the spinfection, because spinfection would be pretty cool. It's really funny, the you know, the naming scheme that they have for this is actually really nice. I really like it. I'm glad that they have this naming scheme. I think it's cool. I think it's funny, and I think it more or less works pretty well. So happy to see it. Anyways, if you guys have been playing this game and checking out the newest update as well, leave a comment, let me know what you guys think of it so far. I think so far, from playing it a couple runs just to get a feel for it and whatnot, I actually think it's pretty neat. I actually think it's pretty neat, pretty nifty, overall pretty cool. Is it perfect and balanced? Well, probably not. I have seen a couple things that feel like they could be very game-breaking, is I think the best way to put it. I will toss this orb because there is no other reason to not toss this orb. So I will just toss it in hopes that I can get something fantastic. Didn't seem to pan out in that case, but we will toss those too because we don't need them to be tossed out right now. Ooh, it looks like we got a crit. That crit was actually damage down. That's a little bit unfortunate. It is what it is, though. I mean, I can't really control it all the time, so we'll see what we can do. I don't mind getting the crit here if I happen to get the refresh. Did not happen, though. This is a little bit spooky. We're in a precarious situation, is I think the best way to put it, because there is no guarantee here that we can actually kill this boss with what we have. That was, again, a damage down. I was hoping to get the refresh. I wasn't really caring about the damage too much. Here, we'll see if we can go deep left and maybe possibly work our way around to the refresh. Refresh is really important, and it doesn't seem like we're getting it again. That's fine. Good news is we can actually use this orb to spin up the chance of us getting a refresh pretty significantly. There we go. Perfect. That was quite a bit of damage, and we went ahead and cleaned him up. This was a little bit scary. It could have been a very bad situation for us. Let's go ahead and get another spinfection upgraded and continue along our way. I don't mind actually getting something like the Matryoshka shell, because Matryoshka would actually be a pretty decent orb for this. Really quickly though, how much damage do these do? 2 and 3. If we got rid of 2 and 2, they wouldn't deal any damage. So I think the Matryoshka is going to have to say no. We do have the dumbbell, so might as well increase our uncrit damage or non-crit damage. Uncrit, non-crit, whatever it is. And through the castle we go. Alrighty. This seems pretty cool. There's some interesting things being had here. So let's see. I thought we didn't have any crits actually, but we still do apparently, so that's totally fine. I like this orb. I like that it hits all the enemies. So it does do a flat damage to all the enemies. I think it's really nifty and cool. It does of course look exactly like the Poltergeist, which is something to be said, something to be aware of. Alrighty, let's see if we can go ahead and stack this up even more. Maybe take out the first enemy and work on the second one. Yep, looks like we absolutely can. I can go all the way down here to this guy. Hopefully deal quite a bit of damage. Yep, just enough to take him down before we got hurt. Nothing here is new unless, ooh, applies blind 5. I feel like that's actually normal. I was about to say it looks new, but maybe not. Massive damage, but can't deal regular damage. Okay, very interesting. Very, very interesting. I think we're okay. I think we're to save our coinage in case we happen to stumble across another shop, which I haven't really looked to see if that's the case yet, but I'll be interested to see if we can. I don't think it actually reflects damage. I don't think this one specifically reflects damage, so it did. Okay. I was curious because I don't think the Poltergeist used to do that. Maybe the Poltergeist does also reflect damage now. Maybe I'm wrong. Hard to say for certain, but I think we got it here. Yep, not too bad. Okay, still nothing really that great, so we're going to keep continuing on. And we can absolutely get a shop. We can actually get a lot of things here. If I go right and right again, I can go left and left and left again, and get a bunch of really good things. And then of course, I can always get this shop or go over here or do anything of the sort. But that's going to be the plan, the goal here. Right, until we go left, 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 and see what happens. Of course, in this game, you never know when you're going to actually go the right direction or not. You could always accidentally go the wrong direction. That's totally something we just have to be aware of. Okay, we can also toss and get rid of that egg at any point in time. As far as I'm aware, that event is still only in the first section. So no reason to hold on to it for so long. This is getting a little bit scary. These guys being so close is a little bit spooky, but that should take care of them. So we should be a-okay, hopefully. Yep, not a problem. Those guys easily cleaned up. I'm gonna go and skip both of those and see if maybe by chance we could work our way down to Nosferatu and get a little bit of extra health before we progress forward too much. This should be a nice way to get health unless we destroy it immediately. Go for the Ice Core. I can't speak. It's fine. Okay, to the right again, I would argue, if I can. Never mind, left is fine as well. Like I said, it's one of those stages where it's a little bit weird. I wanted the fight, and this totally works because this is also a fight. I wanted the fight because I wanted to get as many coins as I possibly can. This definitely does seem like it's going to give me a lot of coins. Hey, there we go. That was a little bit of an unfortunate fight, to be completely honest. That's okay. Not that big of a deal. This should be pretty nice. There we go. And we'll go and toss this Nosferatu so that hopefully we can get as much health as possible. Look at that. Max HP, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. And he's also really close to dying. So hopefully whatever we toss, whatever we do, kills him. Perfect. And this is Cleave Orb. I think we have talked about it recently. I wouldn't mind upgrading some orbs at this point. We have quite a bit of money, so I think upgrading some orbs does make sense. If I can, I definitely want to go to the right here. Perfect. Perfect throw, straight off to the end. Here we go. Well, Suffer the Sling is a nice item to start off with, but we have no stones at this point, so Bomb Baton it is. And to the left we go, because that still is not a favorable outcome for us. Alrighty, this is going to be a really interesting stage. Assuming we can get enough damage, we should be okay. But there are a lot of enemies here, and I don't really know how much, I don't really know what the enemies are. Also, I got that crit by accident. I kind of don't always look exactly where I'm shooting. This game, in some ways, you don't even need to look where you're aiming. Obviously, if you're aiming off to Timbuktu, it's a little bit more challenging, but, well, there's nothing guaranteed to be said. So, we'll see what comes up. Luckily, we did happen to get a bunch of things there, so panned out pretty nicely. This will deal a lot of damage to everything, which is exactly what we need. I don't really need anything, so I'm just gonna go and do this. Let it do its thing. Hopefully, it goes buck wild and gets a lot of nice things, a lot of nice damage. We do have the overwhammer, so it can go through enemies if it perceives the ability to. I don't think we need to use that. We're just gonna go ahead and skip it, go on our way. We've already gotten pretty much more health than the wall chicken would have given us, so I do think that we made the right decision there. There we go, perfect. This is something new I have yet to see. The Ballestra grants 1 must circle when fired. Grants 1 must circle to all enemies when fired. Ooh, interesting. It grants must circle to the enemies. Huh. Very, very interesting. I'm not necessarily fond of that. I do have to say, I'm not necessarily fond of that. I'm going to go and grab this, because that still leaves us with the ability to get multiple things. There's the duplication potion, which I was hoping to grab. You never really know. You never really know. So I'm glad I was able to snag it. Also, I wasn't really paying that much attention, so things could have been really bad there. Let's see. Orbert's story. Question nodes have a 7% increased chance to be a treasure node. You know what, I'm down. I'll take it. I've yet to grab it, so that sounds really nice. And also, Eye of Turtle doesn't sound like a bad option either. Ambiguous Amulet don't really need it, so we're just gonna take what we have and go along our way. We do have a lot more question mark nodes to the left, and we do have a lot of money, so might as well go left if we can, unless the game says no. But still, we wanted to go to the shop anyway, so we can still do that, even if we go this way. Not a big deal. Reduce self damage from orbs by 50%. Molten gold, I think I'd rather get that, just because we don't have any orbs that deal self damage, so not really a reason to do the other one. And left we go. So this is the path I wanted to take. This is a really fantastic orb to start off with, in a matter of fact, because guess what? It does the damage to all the enemies. And here we go. This will be also a fantastic orb because we'll get tons of refreshes, tons of crits, tons of everything across the way. And things could be really good. That was an eyeball bat. That was really cool. Got a whole new little thing going for it. Let's go for the reorganizer. And that's almost enough to get what we need. We can get a couple of coins here, I'm sure. Even if we take a little bit of damage, that's not that big of a deal. We have enough to get 3 relics now, which is exactly what I wanted. And okay, I'm just gonna go and just kind of slowly toss this off to the side, because I want to make sure that these bombs in the middle are perfectly in suit for us. So hopefully, there we go. 1 bomb there, a little bit of damage, a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit everywhere. That guy just got popped, and here we go. We can grab the 2 bombs in the middle at this point in time and deal a lot of damage. And a matter of fact, we really don't even need to. Let's go for this guy here. Let's get a bunch of refreshes and everything ready to go. And just like that, things are working out just fine. A little bit of damage. Okay, we will go for this in hopes that I can prevent myself from taking too much damage. I don't know what just happened. I really don't. Anything could have happened. I was blind for 10 seconds there. We have 138 HP, which is really good. This is an orb I have yet to see. The Irresponsible. Gains 0.3 to 0.6 for every 1 bulk work you have. Consumes all of your bulk work when fired. You know, I'll be honest, that doesn't sound good at all. That actually sounds pretty bad. I don't feel like you can get ball work that well. And for it to consume all of it for such a small amount of damage doesn't sound that great. There's another must circle one, which is pretty nifty and neat. I'm not going to grab anything because if we do, we're going to be in a little bit of trouble for this shop here. Okay, I'm grabbing as many as much coinage as I can. Hopefully on my way down. There we go. We took a little bit more damage than I would have liked to, but we still have the Nosferatu, which gives us some goodies. This is interesting. We really didn't get anything good here. Literally nothing that we really want. So we're just gonna go ahead and grab the strange brew as well. And if I can, well, honestly, there's nothing to remove. Nothing much to do. So we're just gonna keep on going along our way. We have some pretty bad shops there, unfortunately. I would not mind this. 69 HP. That sounds fantastic. And for an ingot, that means our health should hopefully last forever. The biggest thing to worry about is this final boss does have a really good chance of kind of messing with us, causing some pretty big problems. That was decent, unfortunately. Not really the bestest thing in the world for us. There we go. Lots of damage, lots of goodies, and tons of things to go our way. We don't even need to use the Nosferatu anymore because we should have enough HP regen that we should not be worried. Pretty much in the slightest. I should have tossed that orb. That was my mistake. I tossed it at any point in time though, so it's not that big of a deal, and we can skip an extra orb, so not really that big of a deal, like I said. Oh, look, here we go. We can toss it now. Perfect time to toss it. That's what I was hoping for, really, and taken care of. Let's go and upgrade. We'll go and upgrade the Nosferatu just in case we need it. We'll go and upgrade the orb as well, and this one too, because we are on our way to the final boss. So as much as possible, want to have as much health as we can, and hope that it all pans out. This can be a little bit scary. This is definitely one of the more scary bosses, I would say, especially with what we currently have. It can be extremely terrifying, in a matter of fact, actually. So we'll see how well this goes for us. He did just get a little bit of extra damage, which is not the greatest thing to be seeing, but luckily for us, we should be able to deal quite a bit of damage as well. There we go. Especially with all this spiness damage, right? Spinfection damage. I gotta remember the name of it. The name's a little bit weird for me. Yeah, a little bit strange. Totally fine though, not a big deal. There we go. The extra bombs probably will take care of the flying guys, so not a big thing to worry about for the most part. Skip that orb and go straight for this. We are going to be getting a lot of crits. Unfortunately, there's no way to round it at this point for the most part. So that's just a part of life we're going to have to deal with. That being said, if we can, I would like to avoid the red bombs as much as possible so he doesn't get an absurd amount of damage. But that being said, we are just kind of stacking it up anyways. I know I said avoid the red bombs, but hey, you know what? I don't know what to tell you. As long as he doesn't one-shot me, we are probably okay-ish. Probably okay-ish. There we go. There is a relic out there that does increase the amount of spinfection we give, which I would have loved to have gotten in this run. There's also an orb that doubles the amount of spinfection on an enemy, which if I had, probably would have made that significantly better. Ooh, continue. Interesting. Okay, that is the end. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to comment, subscribe. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. And that being said, I have one last thing to say about Peglin and playing this. I'm probably going to be playing it. I'm probably not going to be playing Peglin too much in the future, but every once in a while, you can expect a video of Peglin because I do still enjoy the game, even though the devs do make me a little bit less happy. Anyways, catch you guys later. Peace out, everybody, and adios.